Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today we have a special show. We're at the ABV Barrel Shop talking about our Rate the Regulars, as we're going to rate 10 new regulars, or at least update our list of 10 and from a nomination list of 20. Sounds pretty exciting. My name is Steve Akeley. Joining me is Jim Fosnot. Hey Jim, how you doing, man?
Great, Steve. How are you doing today?
Doing great as well. So yeah, we've got a fun job here. This is kind of big these days, right?
It's gotten kind of fun. We just did this as kind of on a whim. You're kind of joking around, and it's become a serious thing here at the shop.
It has. People take this very seriously. They want to be in the top 10. They want to be ahead of other people. It's extremely competitive.
Yes.
And people bring us gifts, food items and stuff like that now. We had no idea this was going to lead all this.
No, it's been pretty good for us, let's be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is going to be a monthly occurrence now.
Yes. So our goal is we're doing this mid-month, and this show will drop somewhere, second half of this month. And then after that, our goal is to get it once a month, somewhere right after the first of the month, we'll record it. And then I don't know when it'll get posted. It just depends on the schedule, but sometime during the month. So that's our goal. We'll probably have one fairly close here back to back, but then after that, should get some normalcy to what we're doing here. So on that note, before we get to what we have going on, I want to talk a little bit about a special pick that we've got. Jim, what came in just yesterday as we record this?
So this is a really special pick out of Wiggly Bridge in Maine. Called Dave's Special Barrel. Pretty fantastic pick because this is the last pick that our buddy Danny Kennard went on in person to pick.
Yes. So this was actually picked in July of last year, right before we opened up, actually. So we came back, and maybe it was late June. We came back and it was, like July 4th weekend, that type of thing. I can't remember if we were there earlier in the week or later in the week when we did the pick, but Danny was part of it. It is the pick is literally called Danny's Last Pick. It is Dave's Special Barrel, Dave being 2, so it's Daves apostrophe. So it's Dave and David Woods, the father-son duo that owns Wiggly Bridge. They have kind of a special, like many distilleries, and of course this is a craft distillery, so they take their special barrels, their favorite barrels, when you're talking about ones by taste or maybe some experiments that they've done, and they put those aside. Those become Dave's Special Barrels, and they release those in their gift shop. They've never released them outside of their gift shop. It's something that you'd have to go to the distillery to get. But because we did this pick, it was one of their special barrels when we went up there. They let us choose from that, which is very cool. And I don't know if always the plan was to put it under the traditional Dave Special Barrel, which is a very cool look because when they pull bottles from these, Dave, the father, what he does is he would take blue painter's tape and just mark the barrel. This is a single malt or whatever it is. He'd mark it with painter's tape. So now when they release these, integrated into the label is kind of a handwritten look that has blue painter's tape on it. It looks like a regular logo on there, regular label, and then on that there's this blue painter's tape, but it's actually part of the label, right, Jim? It fools your eyes, doesn't it?
I physically took it out of the box and ran my fingernail across it, seeing if they'd actually put blue painter's tape across their own label. It is so well printed at 3D quality to it. It looks really cool. It's just unique. in a fun bottle.
Yeah, it is for sure. So we've got those at the ABV Barrel Shop. Maybe as we record this, we got this in literally yesterday afternoon, and we are down to, I don't know, 33% of the cases left.
Yeah.
I'd say. I mean, we sold 2/3 of it in less than 24 hours. Everybody, all of people that know Danny and stuff like that, his family has been in to pick up several cases. It's just been, very popular. It's special, and it's great whiskey too. It's not just because, a tribute to Danny, which that's an important part of this, but it's just great whiskey. So on that note, we've got a glass poured ourselves here. Cheers, Jim, to Danny.
To Danny.
All right. Great stuff, and great job by Danny to be involved in that. What we'll do next, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to go through the list of 20 nominees. We'll narrow that down to 10. This is important for the people at the ABV Barrel Shop. Rate the regulars. We'll do that in just a few. Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We will also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
This is Richard Paul from Art of the Spirits. Welcome to the Bourbon Daily.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Just to give you an idea here, here is the list, the current top 10 Rate the Regulars. And, of course, the parameters for Rate the Regulars, they have to come into the barrel shop on a regular basis. That's it. And then we rate them not on anything that they spend or anything. We rate them on the joy that they bring to us when they're here and the amount of time. That also plays into it as well. You come in here, you make us laugh and that type of thing, but you come in every, 3 months, you're not going to probably even crack the top 10 of the regular. So it is.
Doesn't mean we don't love you.
Right.
You're not here enough to be part of that.
It's a combination of amount of joy you give us and then the amount of time you spend here. So our current top 10 looks like this: Cop Ken, Tony Vitale, Evan Van Scoyk, Darren McCroy, Pam Hoyle, Sean Bequette, Bill Barnwell, Dave Probst, Logan C., and Jason Rack. That's our top 10 right now. We're going to have to take a list now of 20 that we've got here. No particular order on the 20. Cop Ken, Tony, Evan Van Scoyk, Cop Chris, Pam Hoyle, Dave Hoyle, Kathy Cool, Kristen Wall, Spencer Rice, Mike Steinkamp, Bob Miramonte, Terry Runyon, Kyle Neely, Darren McCroy, Jules Budd, Michael Folk, Keith Garvins, Sean Bequette, Mike Tucker, and Kevin Hutchinson. So that's our list. I don't know. Maybe what do you? Number one. Ken hasn't even been in this week. I think he falls from number one.
I would 100% say Ken falls from number one.
All right. So does Tony take that over? Does he just automatically move up, or has anybody jumped in front of him?
Oh, I think there's definitely a possibility somebody jumped in front of him.
Okay. In front of Tony? Who do you think? Who do you think
has been in here the most, bringing us the most joy?
Pam Hoyle.
I would have to say Pam.
Pam goes all the way to number one?
I think so. It's hard to argue that point, I think.
Okay. All right. Pam Hoyle. Pam Hoyle, congrats. You are number one.
Oh, her husband, who is 6'7", is just going to be angry about this.
He's not going to be happy about this. He has a chance to make the list, though. He has a chance to make the list. So, number two. Does Tony stay at number two, or does he fall down a little? I mean, Evan's been bringing us treats in every time.
I was going to say Evan's been here for sure.
Right. So Van Scoik has been bringing in a lot of stuff recently. He's been pushing hard.
He's been coming at it strong.
Yeah. Cop Chris, he'd love to make the list. He hasn't been on the list. Steinkamp, that's another one. That it's going to be near the top, I would think. Darren, he's in here every week. Maybe it's Darren, number two. Tony? What still we got Tony? I don't know. What do you think? Tony's in here with you every Friday. That's your Friday, buddy.
Tony's my regular Friday night thing.
Right. Yeah.
So it's hard for me to say not Tony because he's in here helping me close it down on Fridays. You leave the podcast.
I have to leave, so yeah. I leave you home alone. So
Tony's typically.
Do you think Tony's number two?
Tony would be for me number two.
I'm fine. I feel more comfortable knowing that Tony's here with you. So
I do too.
I feel good about that.
I don't like to be unsupervised.
Yeah. So number three, our old number three was Evan. Now you've got Cop Ken, who has bounced from number one. I don't know where he fits in, but I think he falls below Evan at this point.
I do too. Evan's been bringing a strong game. He's showing up.
Let's have Evan at number three. So he stays at number three, which is good. All right, number four. Boy, Dave Hoyle would like to.
I was going to say, where does Mr. Pam Hoyle fall?
Boy, he's been coming in a lot, hasn't he? He's been trying to get on this list.
Sure, and he's letting us give him crap without beating us up.
Yeah,
I think it's hard not to put him. He's been in here. He's probably been in here the second most of anybody.
Okay.
He's in
so
here.
You think he makes number four?
I think he makes number four.
Okay. All right. Dave Hoyle. Do we give? This is the official list I'm writing here right now. I'm taking notes.
It's got to be Mr. Pam Hoyle on the list.
Does that make him happy, or does that make him just angry at that point?
Well, it doesn't matter. He made the list.
He made Superfan, and he's the only person who's ever got mad being named Superfan, but he was mad because he got named part of a married duo, him and Pam together.
Yes.
So I don't know. Okay. All right. Number five. So far we've left out Cop Ken and Darren McCroy getting to number five here. But that doesn't mean that they have to go there. I mean, You've also got, I think, strong contenders here. I'm going to put Cop Chris as a strong contender. Kathy Cool, she certainly comes down as much as anybody can for that area. Spencer Rice, I think. Steinkamp. Miramonte is close. I'm going to put a dash by him. He's close. Runyon, I'm going to put a dash by him. Kyle Neely, we hurt his feelings when he was on there last time, so maybe we'll do
a sympathy vote.
We might give a sympathy. Darren,
he's been busy lately. He hasn't been in much.
Okay. Sean, he's here all the time too.
All the time.
Yeah. Jules, he's kind of just one of those. So
he's an honorable mention. I think we forgot Bill Barnwell on there.
4. He hasn't been in here that much. Now that being said, he was here today.
Right.
He was here today, but
top of mind. So you're right. His schedule's changed.
He's dropped off a little bit.
And he's given up drinking for Lent except on Fridays.
Yeah.
Apparently whiskey is his fish.
Right. Yeah. So, okay. Number 5. We got to pick someone here. What do you think? I think that's the strong contender. I think here's the contenders. I think Cop Ken, Cop Chris, Kathy Cool, Spencer Rice, Michael Steinkamp, Kyle Neely, Darren McCroy, and Sean Beckett. I think those are your contenders.
I think Darren would be tough for me to knock out.
He's here every week, and he comes in for classes and stuff too. He's here a lot.
Uh-oh. Right. Someone's coming in during the voting.
during the voting.
Oh, no.
Oh. Wow. Tony, you can listen in on this.
This will get awkward.
You can listen in on this. Tony's here. So Tony is here as we do this now. So.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so Tony's here. Tony, you've already been set in the positioning. I can say that you're going to come in at number 2 again. So
Okay, well,
you got passed though. That's the positive thing. You're staying at number 2. The bad thing is you got passed.
I got passed.
Yeah, Pam Hoyle jumped above you. She
Wait.
leapfrogged above you.
Wait.
You're not part of the show. You can't come in.
She's only 4'8". She jumped over you.
So Ken gets knocked down?
Yeah, Ken got knocked out. So you're finally been waiting for this moment. Ken falls, but Pam comes in and lifts him up.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
This is the moment you wanted, and then it didn't work out for you. So it's
Just to be clear, I just gave him a shot of alcohol in his coffee to help ease the blow.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my
That'll
gosh.
help out. That'll help out. Okay, that was a tough one. Number 6. I think Cop Ken comes in at number 6. I don't think we can drop him any further than 5.
How did Cop Ken get dropped down to
He
6?
He hasn't been in here. He's going to learn. This is the way he's going to learn.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, if he shows up as infrequently as he has since the last nomination, he'll be
drop
out of the
farther,
top 10.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
he
I'll-
dropped 5 spots.
I'm here my usual time to help, Jim close up the shop.
Which is what I called you out for.
I may even show up tomorrow. And I'm going to be spending
You can't make your case. You're already locked in at number 2.
I'll
You
be
shouldn't
spending
be here for this.
hours in the car with you over the next several days.
Yeah.
Right now, if we did the average for the yearly win, you're in number 1.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
all right.
You've got 2 number 2 finishes.
No.
Nobody else.
You get to go on the trip next week, which unfortunately means you won't be at the shop during all that time. So,
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's not during my usual time.
okay, all right. You might be okay then. Okay, so we got 4 spots left, Jim. I think our contenders look like this. Cop Chris, Kathy Cool, Spencer Rice, Michael Steinkamp, and Kyle Neely and Sean. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people for 4 spots. That means there's going to be some feelings hurt, but
It is.
we just got to live with that. We got to live with that. What do you think?
Man, it's for me it'd be between Cop Chris and Michael Steinkamp. And we left Mike off the last one kind of by accident. we forgot to nominate him.
He was nominated. For some reason we didn't add him in there. He talks about that. He got talked about and then just kind of forgot him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what happened.
I'm not sure what happened. Does he make it?
I think he does. So
He had a big event here too,
right,
where
he
brought in.
He brought in
All
a
right.
big private group.
All right, Steinkamp, you get your way. You're number 7. You're
Oh,
number
wow. I
7.
just dropped this $20 bill.
Can we reevaluate? Yeah. All right. So at number 8. I think, okay, here's what I'm going to do. We have 2 beloved people, and we're going to give 1 sympathy vote with number 8. It's going to either be Kyle Neely or Kathy Cool. We're going to do 1 sympathy vote. One's going to get in, and one's going to be left out. What do you think, Jim? I've done the hard work. I did the heavy lifting. Now you have to make the decision.
Man, I love Kathy, but Kyle brings me so much joy when he's in here because
Okay.
we can just pick on him mercilessly.
All right.
And it just makes me happy. Not that
Kyle
Kathy
Neely.
does it, but I
Okay,
see Kyle a
Kyle
little
Neely.
more. And also the video of Kyle dancing in heels.
That was something.
Is hard
That was
to-
something. All
hard
right.
to forget.
All right, so here's where we're at. Cop Chris, Sean Bequette, Spencer Rice, and that's it, I think. I think that's our choices.
Can you repeat those one more time?
Cop Chris,
Okay.
Spencer Rice,
Okay.
Sean Bequette, and I think that's it. I think that's we got more people on the list than that.
To me, Cobb Chris would be.
But don't
they're
you
all
feel
strong.
like
Yeah,
if
man,
we
it's
leave
all
Cop
strong.
Chris off, he'll work it? I feel like he's the one that would work the most.
Get back
If
here.
we just happen to leave him off, it could be good for us. If we give him what he's looking for, yeah, we're suddenly okay.
Keep him motivated.
All right.
We should throw a wild card in and put his son in.
Yeah, boy, he'd be mad about that. He'd drown the kid. Yeah. So, three people, 2 spots: Cop Chris, Spencer Rice, Sean Bequette.
I feel like I see Sean here when I'm here.
Sean is here a lot. Yeah.
That's a hard one to not. I say Sean gets that spot. Let's give it to
Sean gets that spot. Okay. All right. So here's where we're at. We've got 2 people, Cop Chris and Spencer Rice. Which one could beat the tar out of you if they got angry? That's clearly Spencer. Chris might have the taser, though.
Yeah. Chris has the taser.
All right. We got one spot. Cop Chris or Spencer Rice? This is close. It's going to be close. We should just do like the Sopranos and just go to dead air. I've got one of those dead air sounds.
There you go. Just go to dead air.
They'll all be, those
They
guys
have to come
will
in
be.
to see it. Perfect. And the winner is...
Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with a national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.